that implies that you like forcibly shoved the cat into the.
Well, no, the cat forced it because when I picked it up and I rubbed my face in its tummy, his little kitty tummy, and then I let it go, it wanted to leave my room. So I got up and jumped up and ran to the door, spooked the kitty. Kitty runs under the recliner. And so I can't, like, get behind the recliner, and I didn't want to pick the recliner up and then, like, have to one hand hold the recliner up while I fucking shoo a cat out from underneath it. So I just slowly opened it up and then had to extricate the cat. And it's hard to get up into the recliner, onto the cat's neck, grab the scruff, and then you gotta, like, pull him down and then drag him out. It was rough.
How big is this recliner? Like, big enough for a cat to hide comfortably in, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, what recliner isn't?
True.
Oh,
that is the measure of a recliner.
Cats
what are you doing to its tummy?
Recliners are large.
Well, guys, welcome to Stopgap. It's January 3rd. I'm glad everybody can make it. First show of the year. Sorry we took last week off. We had me, Graham, and Jerry, and that does not sound like a good show to me.
Not really.
I told them all that. I tried. I don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd watch that. Maybe while pooping.
Shindo was dead. To us, at least, at that time.
All right.
Alicia was in Seattle. Rick was probably in Seattle, too. I don't fucking know. Somewhere in Washington.
I had just gotten back from that side of the state, and I had eaten too many carbs and fallen asleep on the couch. So.
Oh, okay. That sounds run of the mill, though.
Yeah, no, it's pretty normal. It was a pretty normal day.
It sucks because like an hour before that, he was telling me how much fun he had and how great everything was and how optimistic he was about the new year.
Go fuck yourself, Graham.
Yeah, and then he just went to sleep. Oh.
And then I just woke up to be this bitter, broken bastard.
Woke up a asshole.
Dude, that's exactly how I feel. Like, I had, because I took a nice chunk of leave. I took a week of leave, and I balanced it perfectly so that I'd get 2 days off for Christmas, 2 days off for New Year's, and, like, get 11 days off. So I spent 11 days just sitting around doing nothing, loving my fucking life. And I had a real bad case of, like, the post-vacation wanna-dies, where you just want to die instead of doing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I have those most days.
Yeah.
I was going to say, that's how my life is right now.
Well, yeah.
Those are so bad to me that I haven't worked in like 4 years.
But when you take off of work, your days aren't like that. You don't think, I want to die. You go, I want to sleep for 18 more hours. Or I want to do this. But I had to wake up, go into work. Oh, man.
The worst.
Man, we got a fucking full house in the chat, too. We got 13 people already. Right at the start. We're not even 3 minutes in. Oh, forgot to cancel the music. All right, so the intro music ended. My camera's a little bit off center. There we go.
I don't think I can ever go back to a job where I have to like swipe a clock. I don't think I can do it. Like physically, I don't think I can do it.
It's not the worst. You just got to learn how to. Well, no, you got to have a job that's
like.
You got to have a job that's easy enough that you can like appear really good at it while taking as much time as possible.
I was a pit boss. There's nothing easier than that. You stand in the middle of a carpet and stare at people. That's really the whole job. And I couldn't do it. I did it for a long time, but I don't know. I just can't do it. Anywhere I have to be, I don't want to be.
That's right.
I think I'm going to go back to stripping, honestly.
Not worth it.
That's a good career choice for you.
I think that's... Like, I've tried going straight, but honestly, I missed the clubs, so I'm going to go back to stripping.
You'll probably do all right.
Yeah, or as Sin said, no, just work at home like I do. And then have two computers.
I'll love him.
I'm going to strip at home.
He's a bear. He's like
I gotta say, I'm doing the work at home thing, and I really don't enjoy it that much. I think I would prefer to have an office to go to again.
I think
you're never off.
It depends on what you're doing too, though. So I can get away with it because I have like 2 computers, so I leave one sitting here next to me running work that I work at, and then I have one computer, and then when I have to do something, I make sure it's done by then.
Yeah,
really, because I just want to be a stay-at-home dad without the kid.
Right.
Yeah. But if you're doing something where you want to talk to people, it sucks.
You're back at work?
I'm back in the office again.
The emails are safe.
Yes. Yeah. Well, they've been safe the whole time. I've been working from home.
But are you
God-
back? But are you
God
back on the
bless.
electric skateboard though? Is the question.
Not yet. I can't even run yet. I can't like hop
Yes.
around. I still have to walk delicately.
You heard it, Mark.
you
Now's the time. She can't run.
Get
Are
her.
you out? Are you
Get
out of?
her.
Jesus.
Are you out of the boot?
She's wounded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm out of the boot. I was I was in Seattle. I actually got to like drive and stuff. I've been in sneakers for the past.
Can you lift? Anything like lift on your foot? Can we put pressure on it?
Like I'm walking.
You push
on
back.
it. Oh, like if I had to kick somebody, I'll break my foot again if I have to kick you.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Can you put any pressure on it?
No, like push back. Like if
Try to be nice
someone
and
if
hard.
someone was
I gotta
over
hold
you,
out.
would you be able to push them off of you using your feet?
Can we just
Yeah. I can't-
drop this?
I have
I'm
more than
deeply
one leg.
uncomfortable.
I'm
also
uncomfortable
use
too,
like
but I feel like I had to clarify because Graham just doesn't have a way with words.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do when you find out she has a set of
do that.
retractable claws from
Oh, that's a good
TigerLady.com?
point.
Wait,
Her
what do you do when I
retractable
still
claws.
with this lovely medical cane?
What are you assholes talking about? She's answering.
It's
I definitely
20.
have a way with it.
It's
She was answering.
2019.
I don't-
Come on, people.
This is stronger than my foot. I mean, it's metal. Beat you with that.
Yeah, and you can
Also, make sure you guys check out our sponsor, TigerLady.com.
I wonder if they had make like Tiger Lady crutches or canes where you can just like retract claws in them. Just get claws
Thanks,
on the
pull out a katana out of your cane.
It feels like Tiger Lady is somehow racist, but I'm not sure how.
Because you've seen Gran Torino when Clint Eastwood refers to the Asian grandmother as Dragon Lady.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's probably it. I'm
Probably the
conflating it.
always. It's like 5 dragon ladies that you can cover in
They
gamble.
still only had the claw, unfortunately, but I'm sure you could zip tie it to a cane or something.
Zip ties are rad. You can do everything with zip ties. I'm convinced you could build a house with zip ties.
You're giving Mark Grimes all sorts of ideas.
Zip ties and oh god, can you imagine?
But don't worry, make sure you pay
I know how to break them.
$60
Pro
for
two-
It's not hard to break
West
out
lights on
of
his
tie
feet.
handcuffs.
Yeah, but I mean, not really.
It's easy to break out of zip tie
You
handcuffs.
couldn't get out of mine for sure.
Oh my god. Yeah,
I'm done.
We should move
I'm
on.
done. I'm
Have you
so
never
done.
I don't know, it's kinda
watched a video
sexy,
on
man.
how to do it? Like they have YouTube videos to show you exactly how to break them, whether it's in front of you or behind you.
Are you talking about handcuffs or zip ties?
Zip ties.
Those zip cuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the zip cuffs they're really.
Those are
hard.
particular. Yeah, those are the ones the police use are special. They're because they
I
have
see what I would do is I would link them. I'd put one on each hand and then link them to the bedpost on either side. How you gonna get out of that?
Can we not?
I'm just saying. I mean,
You got a
the
little
answer.
rapey there.
no, you'll
Oh,
be in on it.
you don't know it's been rapey for a while.
No,
Jesus
No,
Christ,
it's a
come
little
on.
Extra rapey.
that's not what I'm saying. That's
For a
Have you not picked up on that? Like the entire spiel Graham's been doing is it's a
Oh, I know.
okay.
no, I'm
Just
not
gone-
really.
He's just gone extra. Like,
Oh,
he
okay.
No,
took
I'm not.
it far.
I'm really not.
So that's how we're starting out the
That's how we're
starting out the new year here.
Now, there are definitely cooler YouTube tricks or tips and tricks videos. Like I learned how to rip a phone book in half. That's awesome.
I don't think you can prove it.
I don't either. I think you can get out of the handcuffs quicker than you can.
No,
do
what
that.
you're supposed to do is you're supposed to squeeze the phone book so the pages are separate, right? And then you rip it.
Well, that's horseshit. That's like Hulk Hogan. ripping
Well,
his
yeah,
shirt
you
before he
take it,
comes
you
out.
you grab it, and then you slide your thumbs back, and it sort of like tapers it, and then you can just rip like 10 pages at a time. It's easy.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you just open it up and fucking rip it. Didn't say had to be which
Someone
half.
do it. Can you do it? I
Oh,
want to see how. I don't know.
have a phone book.
And if
I
you
was gonna
beat
say, who has a
if you
phone
beat somebody with a phone book, it doesn't leave bruises.
Especially
Once
in a-
again, in the Thank you,
Especially
Concrete
on
River.
Reddit.
It's 2019. Who has a phone book?
It also works with a sack of oranges. Doesn't leave bruises.
Yeah, that's true. If you put shoes in a fucking potato sack, beat them in the midsection, no bruises.
Maybe just use your words to solve your problems.
No,
Okay.
a bag of oranges. Is
I'd rather take my words,
Potatoes.
put them in a sock, and beat them over someone's head.
I feel like waterboarding would just be more efficient,
Yeah, but it's too much fun.
then you don't have to waste fruit.
That's true.
Hey, is everybody-
You can eat the oranges later. The oranges
Does-
are gonna be fine.
Does everybody remember that
They're
time
not
that
like
Sean
apples that they get all mushy when they
I
no,
try
they're not
not
like
to.
apples.
We're talking
that
about
get all
beating
mushy
blood here.
when you
Yeah,
eat them.
just a minute.
I don't eat oranges. I'm allergic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does everybody remember that time that Sean Hannity volunteered to be waterboarded and he hasn't done it yet? In
Yeah.
I'm still
2019,
waiting.
to waterboard Sean Hannity. That's my goal.
There we go. That should be. Get
That
that
would
trending.
make my life.
I loved the Archer episode where they finally they waterboard him and he's like they're like, wait, you haven't done any of this? You're supposed to go through all of this like torture training. He's like, oh no, I haven't done it. Then they waterboarded him and he's like freaks out like a little
Broken.
bitch.
It's just
Yeah.
like completely.
It is
Like,
torture.
this is horrible. Why would we do this to people? Like I've done this to so many people. I'm so just sad and freaking out.
Like I'm supposed to take the high road, but I feel like the enthusiastic fans of torture maybe a little bit of waterboarding.
It's not that you're a fan. It's just like it's effective. You know?
No, it's not. That was the entire thing about torture. It
We
was
have
never
Bin Laden.
goddamn effective.
Well,
we get them on?
you haven't tried hard enough.
No, like that was the thing that people were saying about torture is like, yeah, you can get people to say whatever the hell you want. Like that isn't useful.
No,
That's
it
just
is. We got
torture.
everyone. Like we got everybody.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
we
but
did- we
the
got-
intel.
We got him, guys.
It's not necessarily
Good
correct.
job,
The person
America.
might not actually know anything, and they could give you false information. You can't trust.
That's
them.
why you torture multiple people that might
Yeah.
not know anything. That way you can line up their stories.
Tell them you're gonna torture their mother, something like that. Show them pictures.
Jesus.
You know what I mean?
Nope, you just get out. You get all of them, and then you torture all of them, and then you sort of like connect the dots.
Yeah, but you put them together. You would think.
No, no, you never torture people together because then the other can corroborate the other's story, but
Right.
by hearing it, you torture them separately.
We're seeing this happen with the Takashi.
So, how much time have you spent in black sites then? Like, are we
Oh, me?
splitting
Like
the
Black
block
Tail?
here?
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
None.
What are you talking about? What does that mean?
What do you
I'm
mean?
saying I'm a little bit doubtful at this point. Just a little bit doubtful that Skittles hasn't seen the inside of a black site.
All I'm saying is you torture enough people, their stories will eventually start lining up. Or a couple stories will line up, and that's where you got your lead. That's how
Right, and
torture
you-
works. Torture isn't like pick one person and be like, let's torture this guy. No, you pick a group of people and you torture
Yeah.
all of them.
You're right.
So what
because-
you're saying is it's just a lack of commitment to torturing large swaths of people.
No, what it is if you only do one, that one's gonna say it was everyone else. But if you do them all,
No,
Right.
no, Graham, you're not getting it. You're
I'm
not
not.
getting it. No.
give me the advanced techniques. I need it.
Okay. Group of 10 people. Let's say they're terrorists. Boom. Right? You get
Yeah,
them.
we
You torture
did.
one. You try to find out who the leader is, what their next plan is. He might be
Okay.
bullshitting you. You don't know. So now you torture the next one. Separate instance. You take the other one, get him in his underwear, and stack him up with a bunch of other dudes and take pictures with him while you're torturing the others.
With a leash and shit.
Yeah, you get him on a leash and like,
Okay.
yeah, that shit. So then
Put
you
your boots
start
on 'em.
torturing the others, find out where the stories match up. If their stories match up, then they're telling the truth.
Gotcha. Because then if one goes, oh, it was Akabad.
But you have to torture
Yeah.
all of them. You got to
Gotcha.
torture all of them, and then when you find out one wasn't telling the truth, you bring him back, torture him again, see if he changes his story.
Don't do it in front of any other.
So
one.
so what you're saying is this is why our Middle East policy has been so successful, and they all love us as liberators.
Yeah.
We were just trying to get Bin Laden.
Okay.
Yep. They have trouble with water. You start putting water on their face, they love it.
They hate ice.
They
fucking hate
you know, the water rights are like a huge thing.
Why do they hate ice?
What?
I worked at Uno's Pizza, and every fucking one of them would order a veggie pizza with jalapenos and a Coke with no ice.
Because the ice is like 50% of the fucking drink at that point. It's just
Yeah.
pure economics.
I don't think that's what it was. I think
It comes out of the fountain cold. Why the fuck do you need so much ice?
You gotta put in 5.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's like I don't know. It seemed like it was something cultural more than because
No.
like I'm not kidding, dude. Like every single one of them, they were from India, and anybody from India, that's every single one of them ordered the
Well,
same.
I don't like where this conversation's going.
Yep. We're gonna nip that one in the bud.
It
Hey
somehow
guys,
got
how was
worse
it,
in
how was your
virtual.
guys' holidays?
Exhausting.
Oh yeah.
Give me shit here.
Why was it exhausting?
I fucking hate the holidays. I have to spend the whole time with my family. Pain in the ass.
You don't have to do that once a year.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about the holidays.
Yeah.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
It was all right.
Did you get to watch your family fight like at Thanksgiving?
Nope. Didn't deal with my family over the holidays. It was great. I loved it.
No, I actually, I don't know, like I'll be the weird person and say like I like seeing my family and stuff over the holidays. It's just like I have so little emotional energy that like after the second day I was just like I love you all, but now I want to disappear for the rest of the year.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I legitimately think my family's full of very cool people that I don't see nearly enough. I love them all, and I just can't deal with being around them.
Yeah, it gets to be much when you, especially when you live away from home. And like if you live in the town with your family, like it's different than if you have to go and visit them. Actually, like leave because you don't have that escape. Like if you're visiting your family for Christmas and you're in the same town, you go to their house, then you go home. If you're going across the state or across the country to go and visit them, you're there. You're stuck. You don't have your place where you can like relax, let your guard down.
Yeah, I will say I did spend the majority of my time with my sister's dog. That dog is awesome. It's a giant, goofy Burmese mountain dog.
Those are fun dogs.
I spent the majority of my time apologizing for ignoring everybody's stupid group texts during the year.
Yeah, I hate group texts.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't give a shit. Like, it's a flip phone, and if it doesn't fucking read right, I'm not following up. I'm just ignoring shit. I'm sorry. Like, if somebody's in the hospital and shit, they'll probably send me, like, my own text.
You ever get caught up in a group text and you don't know when to exit?
Immediately.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't do it. I'm afraid I'm the last one in it every time.
I get invited to a group text. I see what's going on, and I go, well, this is nothing pertinent is ever said in a fucking group text.
Yep.
Well,
I'll either, depending on who they are, I'll either completely ignore it or I'll make sure they see the read receipt and then ignore it.
oh, I don't answer them ever. I just don't want to be the one that says I've exited, like immediately. I don't want that notification.
I just turn notifications off on them.
I'm talking with everybody. I'm talking eBay inquiries. I won't cancel. I swear to God, you look at my phone right now. Just me asking people if shit's still available. I won't get out of those groups. Get real deep-rooted issues.
So what did everybody get for Christmas? I got one of those pasta roller attachments for my KitchenAid, which I feel like I feel like it's like a really nice gift, but at the same time, it obligates me to make fresh pasta whenever the girlfriend's parents come to visit. So it's
You want to see what I got for Christmas?
Now you can make shells.
You want to see? You want to see what I got?
I don't want to see you getting a blowjob from your wife.
Oh, no,
a junior high mustache.
See that in your face.
Some curved monitors.
There you go.
Big ass curved monitors. Look at that shit.
What size are those?
I think they're 32.
Yeah.
I got a jolt to my self-esteem and a fucking carton of Camel Lights.
Yeah, I got what they call a Christmas sweater because you can no longer call it a Cosby sweater.
Yeah, you can.
You absolutely
There's just got to be bodily fluid on it for it to be a Cosby sweater, but you can call it that.
I heard it went up in value.
The word you're looking for is evidence.
Yeah, good point.
I got the ugliest sweater I've ever seen, and it's also one of the most awesome.
You also got the other
nice. Mine has a giant sloth on it. It's awesome.
Mine has a giant, really aggressive looking, yet really gay looking unicorn.
So these are like representatives.
Giant, and it's like fuzzy. Like the unicorn itself is fuzzy, and then it has like a metallic horn and embroidered on mane.
Oh my God!
Like this thing is ridiculous.
That's amazing.
I feel like I should grab it. I'm not putting it on though.
Huh, go put it on. I think you should.
I'll go grab it.
You should wear it in remembrance of Tumblr.
Give Grimes a fucking Christmas present.
I got a fucking kitchen table, and that's about it. A lot of clothes.
My wife got me a new strap for my my Breitling. She got me a new.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Band for my Breitling.
Wasn't sure where that was going. Wife got me a new strap.
I don't know if I'm happy with the answer.
Bad time to hesitate. Bad time to hesitate, Matt.
Yeah, we got a sex swing installed. The kid doesn't know what it is yet, so that's fine.
And then he just had to drop that he's got a fucking Breitling. Look at Mr. Vape Life over here.
Oh, that is an awesome sweater.
A good watch, man, will last you a
Yeah.
lifetime.
True.
It's great. It's so great.
That would look awesome on a dude.
And it's covered in rhinestones as well, so you know you got a nice little glitter happening. There's some silver thread in it.
All right, we're gonna glaze over that. Just go ahead and put that on.
It's awful. It's
There
so
you go.
bad. My aunt got it for me. She goes, "Oh, don't you have a unicorn onesie?" And I'm like, "I do." And then she like hands me my gift, and I'm like, "Oh no, it's gonna be unicorn themed, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, it's so awful. It's so bad." And then
How's it
I
fit?
put it on for that day, and every time I walked into the room, "Oh, nice sweater," drove me nuts. Like literally everyone that was at the dinner party were like, "Dude, what is it with her in this sweater?" I'm like, "She gave it to me. She's
Good
really
dinner party?
excited about this."
Anyone got any crazy fun stories?
Got any dinner party?
Do we have any?
Nothing crazy.
Did nothing crazy happen? Everybody saw family and nothing crazy happened.
No.
No, I worked my ass off for most of the holiday.
My mom thought her bracelet got lifted off of her while we were at a mall.
My mom thinks she's Lou Diamond Phillips.
It's like a really pricey bracelet,
Oh
like
shit!
a diamond tennis bracelet or whatever. And then after spending like a day dealing with the police, like the next morning or
You
next
found it.
or whatever, she found it on the ground in her bedroom.
There you go.
Man,
Like that was like pretty much the craziest that happened while I was there.
Xanax and Pinot, man. You'll forget everything.
Yeah, try like 40 years for that.
I had a panic attack over a turkey, so
You did
that
too.
was cool.
God damn.
That
Why?
sounds like something that would happen to you.
No, seriously. Okay, so I helped.
Wait, are
my
we
dad-
talking like a pug when it sees a delicious turkey? That guy.
No,
Scarily
so-
accurate.
No, he didn't
I,
want it.
Skittles is
Panic
going
because
high
it was
school on his
baked
ass.
wrong?
Damn.
No, like I volunteered to help. My dad had some people over for Christmas, and what I usually volunteer to do is help him cook because he's not a fantastic cook, and it takes some time to do it right and stuff. And so, like, he wanted a ham, which is easy. Ham, like any idiot can cook a ham. That's fine. But he was going to do prime rib, but instead he decided he wanted a turkey at the last second. So, like,
That's
I'm really
not the
bad.
second. That's not the second you should be deciding on a turkey.
That's what I was going to say. Turkey's not a last second decision.
That's the worst second to be deciding you want a turkey. Did you let
Well,
him know this?
He decided on Sunday night for Tuesday. So like I managed to get it thawed out in time, barely or whatever.
Well, you got thought out.
But it was like I can't cook turkeys for large groups of people anymore because I'm so fucking paranoid about giving everybody like food poisoning because it has to be 165. So like I had to butterfly the bird, and then I had dual probes sticking in each thigh to make sure the fucking smoker
The
was
bird
right.
or yours? Where did you
Yeah.
stab yourself in the fucking
Just-
thigh, bring you back down to earth?
That was ironic.
No, so like I'm freaking out the entire time because like it's my stepmom's family. I hardly know these people. I don't want to give them all food poisoning. That's fine.
You hardly know him. It's fine.
Yeah, I would have been looking forward.
Yeah, no. So and then I fucking stress out about getting the turkey cooked perfectly, and then I go to carve it, and he doesn't cook. He has the world's shittiest knives. Like they're so bad. Like it would have been better just using a fucking spoon to rip the turkey apart. So I had butterflied the turkey, which already makes it a pain in the ass to carve. And so I'm sitting there hacking at this fucking turkey that's like laid open, trying to cut off like attractive pieces while I have like 18 strangers staring at the back of my head. And I'm like begging for a sharp knife. And yeah, I totally had a panic attack over a turkey at Christmas. So that was fun.
God damn. How
I
did
made,
you butterfly the turkey
tried
without a
some.
sharp knife?
I just used kitchen shears to cut the backbone out, and then you press it down to break the
Oh.
breastbone so it lays flat.
Isn't that spatchcocking? No,
Yeah, it's the same
butterflying?
thing as butterfly.
Well, no, butterflying is like where you take where if you took the breasts and you sliced them and then folded them outward. That's butterflying. Spatchcocking is when you break the turkey.
All right, well, I
It cooks evenly.
spatchcock.
Spatchcocking works really well.
And they're like super traditional people, and they're fine. I hardly know them, so they're already like looking at me with this healthy dose of skepticism, like, who is this asshole cutting the turkey a weird way? Like, this flat turkey looks like garbage, and then I'm like panicking, trying to fucking cut it into slices, and they're all staring at me, and it was a scene. It was so bad.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something I've learned over the years is that people don't want perfectly cooked turkey.
They
They
want a
just
good
want
looking
the
turkey.
showpiece.
Yep.
They just want the showpiece.
Yep, they want it to look good on the table.
Oh,
so they
Shindo,
can
real
slice it.
quick, can you take just like a couple inches back from the mic? You're peeking a little bit. No, I'm just saying you're peeking on the levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah. Okay, sorry, Matt. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. Just had to address that. But
No,
yeah,
and turkey's fucking we've probably talked about this. Turkey's like fucking garbage.
It's
It
a
takes
shit bird.
work to it takes work to make it taste decently. And so I'm like, I'll make a turkey that tastes fine on short notice. That's fine. It ended up tasting okay, but holy God, the logistics of it just drove me up a wall.
I'm not even, and the thing is, like, I don't think people are even really a fan of. Most people aren't really fans of turkey, like we all think we are, because of the, the Norman Rockwell paintings and that whole like traditional, this is what you do for the big. But like, I don't think most people actually like turkey all that much. I know I don't.
Turkey.
I fucking love turkey when it's cooked perfectly, but it is so rare.
I like turkey for one meal. I like turkey for the one meal, and that's it. I don't want any leftovers. I don't want sandwiches.
Not even. Nope. It dries out immediately. Like the second turkey's cut, it's dry. Also, turkey is the fucking candy corn of poultry. Because you think you like it. You think you like it all year round.
Give me pheasant any day.
I see. Not everyone is rich. All right.
Not everybody's bougie.
All right. We can't get fresh pheasant shipped in from the prairies.
The kids
have the Cornish hen.
My dad goes and kills the pheasants.
Well,
I think you had it right the first time. Your dad goes and kills the pheasant.
love
it. And then every now and then you get a piece of fucking like gun pellet, whatever.
Yeah.
Bird shot.
And you're just like, shit, like that was my tooth.
I'll have the freshly slain Cornish hen.
Oh, Cornish hens are good though.
Cornish hens are good.
Yeah.
We're all kind of bougie, aren't we?
Wait, your dad lives in
ham.
Your dad lives in New York. Where the fuck does he go to hunt pheasant?
My dad doesn't live in New York. I live in New York.
Where do you guys
My dad
live?
lives in Washington State, but he goes and travels over to Montana. He's got a buddy that has a farm out there, and the dude grows wheat, and the pheasants all come out. Yeah.
Oh, you sure about that?
Yeah. Yes.
You sure?
The pheasants all come and try to eat all of his grain.
And then they're super stoned and they can't fly away, so it's really easy
so
pickings.
my dad's like, all right, I'll come onto private property. I'll catch however many the fuck I want and like take care of the pests basically, because that's what they are at that point. They're eating the dude's harvest. So he does it like a couple times a year. So he usually has at least like one or two of them in his freezer at any given time. So if I go out there, he's like, "Oh yeah, we'll cook pheasant tonight."
That's cool.
I did ham with potato gratin and Brussels sprouts. It was good.
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, dude, I love potato gratin. It's like my guilty pleasure. I could give two shits about the rest. It's just sliced potatoes, heavy cream, garlic, and Gruyere cheese.
Yeah. I don't even remember what I ate. Chicken wings. I think I had some chicken. I did that for New Year's. I air fried some chicken wings, and then, dude, the trick is, because we smoked a tri-tip for like the main meal, and then we got fucking hungry later, so we air fried some chicken wings, put the sauces on them, so like they got uncrispy. Then we went out to the smoker that was still warm, or it was like he has like a Bell grill, not a fucking Acorn. Kind of like a knockoff Acorn, and we just put those on the far side of the grill, let them get dried out, and fucking, we let the skin get dried out and re-crispified, and it was so fucking good.
That sounds good.
Good.
The in-laws, my wife and the in-laws did prime rib, and then like all the traditional sides. She made the best mac and cheese in the world, and then my family did a lasagna and a bunch of sides. So it was good. It was some different stuff. I didn't have to eat turkey once.
Dude, have you guys tried this cheese butter casa?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. No, butter casa.
Oh my fucking god, dude! It's the best shit for like grilled cheeses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
or mac and cheese.
Fuck ton of butter in it, basically.
Like imagine Velveeta, but natural, like a natural tasting, natural feeling Velveeta, and dude, butter casa.
If you're going mac and cheese, it's fucking dandy.
Sounds like it'd be good on a Philly.
Probably, yeah. Probably fucking phenomenal on a Philly.
Like it's still a white cheese, but it's just really fucking buttery. It's
Really
like by
buttery,
far
thick,
the most butteriest cheese I've ever had.
creamy, dude, and it melts so nice. Oh my fucking god.
Like I wouldn't want it necessarily just for like a regular sandwich or something like that. But like if you're cooking it into something or just anything that would kind of go with that creamy butteriness, it's fantastic. But I want it on a fucking ham sandwich.
Yeah.
I think there's like a farm in Wisconsin that still does it pretty well.
All right. We've covered our holidays. Let's cover the year.
And
Did everybody
fun.
bring a death to the table?
I got a whole bunch of them.
I don't know about that, but we should definitely do a 2018 in a nutshell moments category.
2018 in a nutshell. How would we describe that?
Like 2018 in a nutshell, and then just a picture of Trump.
Oh, I'd rather that not be the image of 2018.
I mean, I think that
it's going to be.
That is the image of 2018.
All right. Let's check the top world news posts of the year on Reddit. Giraffes. We did a show on that.
Stupid
Good night,
long
Daddy
horses.
Longneck. So that's the number 3 one.
Vastly inferior to our A10 Warthog segment.
this show's really gone downhill.
True. We've gone downhill. But that's because we covered the A10 Warthog so extensively that we couldn't cover it again. We blew our load on the A10. That's the problem.
mean, there's nowhere to go but downhill after
It's like
that.
high school. Fuck. Peeking out.
Oh shit.
Let's cover it again.
How did I not see this 9 months ago? But the number 4 link of the year is that Mozilla launches the Facebook container extension for its browser.
Yeah.
That isolates the Facebook identity of users from the rest of their web activity. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Let's fucking. Okay. No, I think this year in a nutshell would be Saudi Arabia. Or Mohammed bin Salman.
Okay, my favorite Saudi Arabia moment, and I guess it's probably pretty specific to me or whatever, but I think 2018 in a nutshell is Hulk Hogan coming out at that Saudi Arabia like WrestleMania thing, like paid for by fucking blood money, like fucking 2 weeks after they killed Khashoggi, and Hulk Hogan with his like fucking racism and weird sex tape and his like fucking lawsuit bankrolled by a weird ghoulish billionaire coming out. Like that's my 2018 in a nutshell. Like that's the world we live in.
Okay.
I think you're right. I think that's a great one. That might be we already topped it. We're fucked.
Hulkamania in Saudi Arabia. That's 2018 in a nutshell.
Yeah. You know what? If you live long enough, you all end up in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, actually, I think that kind of covers it without being too on the nose about it, because everybody's going to say like Donald Trump or whatever, but like I feel like there's a lot of Trump in that, even without him being in there. So I think it covers it pretty well.
When did Russia try to kill those people in Europe?
That was
this year?
in. Yeah, that was in. Hold on, I got Wikipedia like the year in review. March 4th, former Russian double agent and daughter poisoned by Novichok in Salisbury, England. That one.
Yep.
That
Okay.
was March
Wow,
4th.
that was this year.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
much
actually,
fucked up
and
shit happened.
One other thing that I didn't realize had happened is on January 4th, scientists in China reported in the journal Cell that they created the first clones of monkeys using somatic cell nuclear transfer.
They didn't say anything about that?
No, they did, but I guess nobody was paying attention because of whatever else was going on. But yeah, so China cloned some monkeys.
How many times do you think that we've been to the moon? That we landed on the moon?
There's my 2018. I just linked it.
Because China's like getting ready to do it. It's relevant. They're getting ready to go to the moon. But how many times did the United States land on the moon?
They just China already landed on the moon.
Oh, did they? So whatever.
Yes.
I don't know. How many times do you think? Do you remember them saying that we landed on the moon?
Like the Apollo missions?
There's been 6 manned U.S. landings between 69 and 72.
And then, but how many total total.
What, unmanned landings?
No, I think that I was.
There's been
Yeah.
six. There's been 6 times that human beings have put their feet on the moon.
Does that seem like a lot?
Not really.
I don't remember them making a big. It's like, who are the other astronauts?
It's been 50 years. The fact
Well,
that
I know,
only
but
6 have been on there is
If there's only been 10 or 12 people that have walked on the moon, you'd think you would know who every one of them was. You know, you'd think.
But
well.
it's like anything else. After after somebody does it, like nobody pays attention
Yeah,
to who
think
came
about
in
it.
second place.
Think about your virginity. The first time you got fucked in the ass, you'll remember that, Graham.
'Cause it
But
hurts, too.
the next 15, 20 dudes, you don't remember their names.
Oh, not. what do you
But
mean?
your first, you'll remember his name.
How can I forget it?
Yeah,
I
see? So that's
do a show with you every week.
that's kind of like what it is where, you know, we fucked
No,
the moon.
but how awful.
Neil
fucking people are.
Armstrong
Somebody's
and
on
Buzz
the
Aldrin.
goddamn moon and we don't know their name.
So what?
Right. Colt, I really want you to read mine. You got to read it out loud.
Oh yeah. Shindo says that Japan confirms it will quit the IWC to resume commercial whaling. So they want to.
Japan don't give a fuck.
They're looking to get some more whales.
Like part of their shit completely contaminated forever.
Fuck you, dolphin.
Fuck you, Dolphin. Fuck you, whale.
Oh, fuck are you? Dolphin.
Oh man,
It's crazy.
it's such a good episode. Man, there was a lot of news that happened. Fucking, did you know that it was only at the beginning of this one? Seems like it was more recent, but it was at the beginning of the year. It was when it was the Suicide Forest with Logan Paul
That's crazy shit.
when he showed the
Yeah.
dead body on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is 2018 in a
That
nutshell.
was okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Dead bodies on YouTube.
Yeah.
Make it worse and worse.
Just social media. Fucking A. Also, Bill Cosby raping someone.
Yeah,
Well,
multiple
that-
people.
I feel like that's 2018, 2017, 2016,
How about that's
2015,
1963
2014.
Fuck. That guy's been raping people since rape was around.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
well
right.
this one isn't so much global. Well, this one kind of is global, but Matt is stepping down as Secretary of Defense because he doesn't agree with Trump.
That was his resignation letter was a thing of beauty.
It really was. It was done very professionally, but enough
Yep.
to say he
You're-
believes that
you
he's
are-
taking in the wrong
yeah.
taking it, shit the wrong way.
Yeah, you are an idiot.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely was the thing that made me look like, what the fuck's going on? Like, they turned me around. 100%. Because, you know, I always thought that he had smart people around him, still does. And they, for one of the smartest ones around him to say that,
Yep.
you know, I think a lot of people seen that too. That might,
I mean,
it's gonna be, I think that'll be a huge moment.
I think it's like really significant that he stood up so adamantly for the Kurdish people. Like, because that's
Right.
the entire thing where he's talking about how, like, we need to maintain good relations with our allies, we need to support them, and alienating them, he doesn't feel is the right choice. That was all about the Kurds, because it was immediately after Trump's decision to pull out of Syria entirely, leaving the Kurdish army, which help push ISIS out of Syria and gave us bases and let us operate on their ancestral land. Like, that's just throwing them to the fucking dogs.
Yeah, we were G's with the Kurds too,
Yep.
especially after Desert Storm.
God damn.
Well, if it goes poorly for them, at least they can come and apply for asylum, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
As long as they go through the process.
Proper channels.
The process, like showing up at a fucking designated area for applying for asylum. Yeah.
What's going on with the Canada thing? You just walking right in?
What do you mean?
You have to apply for, is there a process to get into Canada?
Oh, Shindo.
No, I'm wondering, like, is there a process?
For me?
Yeah.
For average people, yeah, no, it's actually really hard to get into Canada.
Yeah.
For me, my dad's Canadian by
Right.
birth, so I just had to
So you
mail
make
in
it
some
baby.
shit. Yeah.
That's
have dual,
like
I have
what it
dual
is, right?
citizenship.
Like,
Mhm.
if you
You know
don't
you
have a
can't go
claim
to
to
Canada if
citizenship,
you have a DUI.
yeah.
No, I don't have a DUI.
Oh,
I do know one mixer who does though.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I
Oh,
think
we all do.
know that.
Let's not.
It's not me
Let's
because
not-
I have
It's not me.
3.
Let's
No,
not
but
air
it was
that
pointed
one.
out. It was brought out
Don't
with-
worry, I got multiple, so I got y'all covered.
Oh shit.
The only reason I found that out recently is because my dad was like, "No, I can't go there." And I'm like, "Why not?" He's like, "They won't let me in." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "DUI." And I'm like, "Oh,
That's what he told you.
no,
What else
it's
going
because he
on?
got a DUI." So he.
Yeah, but like for proper citizenship, if you don't have a realistic claim to it, it's really fucking hard to get.
It's harder to get in there than it's here.
Possibly. Yeah.
What do you mean? Shindo's realistic claim is smoke weed every day.
Yeah, but he's never had-
420 blaze it.
What do you mean? I need a legitimate reason. 420 blaze
Fuck
it.
that, man. What about
It's
asylum?
lit af.
I'm
That's
trying
what I
to
wrote
get-
on the
Yeah, like for a lot of it is if you're a McDonald's employee, you're not getting citizenship.
Guys,
You have to have a specific need that needs to be filled.
we
Well,
forgot
that's- they
another.
put mayonnaise on their
We
fries.
forgot another super significant thing in 2018. On January 5th, 2018, at 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, the price
I have an
of
alibi.
Bitcoin was $17,176.
Yeah, now it's like $2,000.
Yep. Now it's
Really
well, no,
low.
it's at its lowest that it's been in a while, and it's at 3,830.
I love it, dude. Everyone was like, "Oh, finally, the future's here." No, fuck the future. It's not here,
Yeah.
I was
bitch.
going in
It's
that
not
Discord
Bitcoin. It's
every
not.
day. I was going, "This is a bubble. This is gonna burst," and I can't tell you
No
how many
shit.
people. It's not going to. No way. Never. Never will.
Yeah. I don't even know the logistics of it, and I was like, "This is a bubble." Mainly because I saw that movie, the Big Short, and I just
Bubble
want to say that.
Well, no, it's
Oh.
very obviously a
Yeah,
bubble. As
that
soon
is
as it
good.
started.
But
Like,
the
a
thing
big
was,
national
like
news.
everyone knew it was a gamble unless they were fucking stupid. If
There
you
was
were,
a
if
lot
you were,
of people that were fucking brainwashed. There was a lot of people. Go back and read the Discord around that time
yeah,
and see what
that's a
people were
good
saying.
point.
Oh no,
That's
but
good.
all of us were like, no, it's a bubble. It's like if you're already in, you're good. If not,
You should do that. You should read the Discord at the time that all that was going on about that. Because I'm telling you, those people going, this is it. I'm retiring.
Yeah, people tend to support things that they
Like
have their money
cocaine.
invested in.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We can't be like ridiculous.
Dude, Cocamp bought in instantly. You would have think, like,
He lost his ass.
like, dude, if one of his family members was like a Cutco knife salesman,
Oh,
he'd be
man.
poor. He'd be destitute.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question, Sin. What do you guys think was the overall worst moment of 2018?
right now.
It's
Oh, 18?
not 2018.
Stephen Miller's spray on hair.
Dude, I felt like that was an advancement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain dying.
I'll say Trump not showing up to the Veterans Day memorial because it was raining.
Pretty important.
Because that's, I don't know. That's just that's
Un-American?
extremely disrespect. Not even un-American. Like it wasn't even on American soil. It was an international like Veterans Day memorial. Or no, it was Memorial Day, wasn't it? Was it Veterans Day? It was
It was something you should have been at.
It was the end of World War II. I can't remember which fucking holiday that is
VA,
because
VE Day.
well, yeah, I know, but I think we have it as Memorial Day.
It's like June 6th, right? Somewhere around there.
Maybe. No.
Yeah.
September.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah.
Well, I
VE
mean,
Day.
July, you're thinking.
Okay,
VJ
Monday.
Day. VJ Day is actually the end of World War II.
Right,
Veterans
VE
Day.
the end of
Veterans
the
Day. November
European Day.
11th. Yeah. 11
You're thinking
11.
June 6th. You're thinking D-Day.
I mean, it's not just disrespectful; it's stupid too, because it's a
Yeah.
great photo op.
Yeah.
Well, he's an
Armistice. That's what we should just call it Armistice Day. That's
Armistice.
much easier to remember. But yeah,
Are you thinking-
the
are you
fact that
thinking
he,
Armistice Day in Europe.
yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay, yeah.
Veterans Day. So him not going to the Armistice Day memorial at the
Because it was
At the-
raining.
yeah,
But it's
at
like-
the cemetery because it was raining. It's not just un-American. It's just
asshole
so
thing to do.
so absolutely disrespectful.
I'm gonna go with Anthony Bourdain dying. That's the only moment I've woken up and been like, "What the fuck?"
Stephen Hawking.
And that hit
Um,
a lot of people hard.
That was Illuminati.
How about the time when everybody turned on the Parkland shooting kids?
That happened before this year, but yeah.
Yeah, we're
wasn't that
used to that,
2018?
Rick.
No,
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the
I think-
shootings took place in February.
Yeah, no, I was sorry. I was thinking of
Hi, baby.
The elementary
Yeah.
school. in
It was Valentine's Day.
Oh, shooting? Which one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was my problem. So no, I was thinking of Alex
Yep.
Jones tirade against everyone from the state of Massachusetts or whatever, where that elementary school got shot a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but like the fact that it got pretty much into the mainstream, like into the mainstream adjacent areas, that yes, it was perfectly okay to start calling these kids all sorts of horrible shit because maybe they wanted to advocate for policies that got less people shot in schools.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking horrific.
It's been something like 300 school shootings or something every year, like a year. This year, how many is it this year? It's some ridiculous number. I don't know exactly what it is.
God,
and
I
you
hope
guys are
not.
fucking correct, but like it's a very high number, like a surprisingly high number.
Number of U.S. school shootings 2018.
It's going to surprise you.
And you're on a list.
Yeah, well, we already are. We know that.
These are all from like early in the year. Let's see, list of school shootings.
It's so sad that you have to say that.
It's so fucking crazy how many there's been that you don't know about, which is just weird, dude.
Was Vegas this year or last year?
Last year.
Okay.
And that
Still
was
freaked me out while I was there.
Because should have still been in school.
I was still as soon as all of you guys were gone, I was still freaked out because I had to walk in front of that fucking.
Yeah, you were right there.
23.
It's
23
yeah, that
school
no
shootings?
20.
They
no,
were at a
20
marathon walking in front of.
There's a lot more than that.
I see the same article you're looking at. That 23 was only up until May 25th. There had been 23 school shootings. So like over the course of 21 weeks, there was is an averaging.
Because this is dated. This is BBC News dated December 12th, 2018.
But it's saying up till that date.
No,
Like,
the one that I'm looking at released on May 25th, and it was 23 at that point. Unless they just stopped, but I don't think they did.
Yeah, it's something. It's close to 100. Like it's really close to 100.
Here we
like,
go.
I was shocked when I heard it.
List of school shootings in the United States on Wikipedia. Let's fucking go. Wow, this.
You got to go down to 2018 though.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna go there. I was gonna go to that first.
Let's go. We got
I do that all the time. I'm gonna go
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, wow. Hold on. Wow, no school shootings from May 25th to August 17th.
That was my man.
Summer.
Sounds like a deep state conspiracy.
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
got to be a deep
Summer
state
vacation.
conspiracy.
That's what they call a
coincidence.
combo breaker.
31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 in the year.
And there's 52 weeks.
Some of these are kind of
Yeah,
questionable.
but there's
though.
not 52 weeks in a school year.
2 people were shot and injured at a football game. Like that was in the evening after school. Shot and killed outside of the school after he got into an altercation.
Those are school shootings. If you take mass shootings,
Saginaw.
Yeah.
Welcome to fucking Sag Nasty. Like we haven't. That's all of the schools in Saginaw. I think for like since I was in, so like what we're at 15 years now. Haven't been able to have any type of sports activities after 7 p.m. because of the amount of shootings. It's just some of that is. I'm saying I'm agreeing with you. Some of that is just like. No, it's just shitty areas.
A teacher accidentally discharged a firearm while teaching a public safety class. Like,
that's what they call an office pop off.
You know, like, I mean, I get it. Like, I get it. Like, I mean, you know, it was a firearm incident that happened
safety training
on school, but I'm just looking and I'm like,
yeah, it's not all mass shootings.
No,
like,
that's fine.
20 people, but it's shootings in schools.
The next one was a hospital shooting on the University of Alabama at Birmingham campus.
I don't remember there being a school shooting at all of any nature when I was in school, and I wasn't in a great neighborhood.
I had one, and I was in a rich as fuck neighborhood, but that was a random.
There was guns there, but it's not like it was never like that kind of thing.
No, I had a freshman year of high school. I had a school shooting because some girl got pregnant with some dude from Coleman and was deciding to keep it. So he came to our school
Okay,
shot the
I mean-
girl. Her mom was dropping her off, drove her SUV up steps in between him, and then he shot himself.
Yeah, I mean, but I almost agree that like that's not what that's. They're counting those in the school shooting thing, like that kind of thing too. But
Yeah, a
I don't
student
think
was.
it's counting the gang shootings,
I mean,
right?
it's still a school shooting. We still were running.
Yeah.
Why?
but, like,
Why is that easier than being a dead
know, right?
dad?
Yeah, like we were thrown into the middle of the
I
library,
know, right?
thinking like, oh, dude, there's just someone running around. Okay,
Hollow tip to the dome.
we grabbed golf. We got thrown
Jesus.
into a room with golf clubs because they were having a mini golf tournament. We're just arming ourselves with them as a joke while making the worst fucking jokes imaginable.
I hate your school.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. This is mass shooting.
I hate it.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
I mean, that was like 2006.
Give that cat some love.
Yeah.
Loudest fucking cat.
That's just school shootings. We didn't even look up mass shootings.
Yeah, mass shootings is a whole different thing. It might have been mass shootings. It was close to 100.
Okay, how do they describe mass
Apparently,
shootings?
one of the bigger events of 2018 was the end of the Castro era.
Oh, is the whole family
yeah,
gone
they opened up the borders and shit again.
That was such a big deal for a long time, and then when they did it, we were like, eh.
Yeah, the Raul Castro stepped aside as president, which ended the 6 decades of Castro leadership on the island.
Oh yeah, it wasn't Fidel.
No, he died, and his kid took over, and then
No,
said, "No, fuck that."
his brother took over.
Oh, brother, whatever. I don't know who Raul is. I'm not.
Yeah, that's his brother.
They were gangsters, dude. Major gangsters.
Okay, so the definitions for what a mass shooting is from the mass shooting trackers: 4+ shot in one incident at one location, roughly the same time. Gun violence archive: 4 shot at one incident, excluding the perpetrator, roughly the same time.
Right, so like 4 guys capped like by one guy.
Or
Yeah.
I mean,
Multiple people.
like this is how fucking weird this year is. Like I totally just now remembered. Oh shit! Remember that thing where that dude like went through the synagogue shooting people? Yeah, that was this year too.
That
Yeah.
wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, fairly recently too.
What about the church where they killed like 17 or 18 people and like the little
Yeah.
family, the whole family?
The synagogue
Texas?
shooting.
No, that was a different one.
Yeah, that was earlier in the year in Texas.
Oh,
Was that this year?
It was right. It
think
was like the
so,
week
yeah.
after the high school one. Pretty sure.
man.
Yeah,
Then-
those were close
Then we had a
together.
lot of bombs being sent around.
Yeah.
Actual bombs.
Powders.
Yeah.
Actual
Yeah.
bombs.
Didn't somebody get
Wait.
anthrax pushed to 'em?
What the fuck is wrong with
No,
you?
I
We
don't
had
think
like
so.
a fake
Yeah,
unibomber.
fucked.
So much hate.
Man, darkest timeline.
Absolutely.
Fucking
No
Christ.
question.
And the dankest.
Dankest
both.
and the darkest.
Yep.
Maybe
But
they
it's
didn't-
okay because they're legalizing CBD, so everything will be fine. Goddamn
Yeah.
potheads.
Yeah, marijuana's legal here. Nobody gives a fuck. Everyone's walking around like they don't even know the world's ending.
Don't give a fuck so much. You elected a dead person to be your fucking senator
Oh yeah,
or whatever.
Just do real drugs, you cowards.
yeah, really. Like it's just so
Shit,
bad.
my mom started using CBD. I was like, oh, good
Who's
for
gonna? That's
Yeah.
like taking Coke without all this fat shit in it.
Dude,
No,
what
no,
the
it
fuck?
actually doesn't get you high in any way, shape, or form.
That's what I mean. It's like
It's a
Coke without the
solution.
buzz.
my sister started using fucking kratom. And
Oh,
I'm
God.
like fucking
Oof.
yeah.
The fake.
Like,
the
do you
fake
guys not
cocaine.
understand? Like,
Kratom
I
doesn't
just,
work.
it just
I don't. You know, a lot of people swear by it.
a lot of people
You
swear
know
by
I
it,
am.
but a lot of people swore by spice too.
Yeah.
It's just not. It just doesn't do it. You know what I mean? Like
No,
the problem
exactly.
is it might medically occupy the same receptors or whatever, but it's
does-
so hard for
doesn't
it to
do
get
the same.
like a junkie to
Yeah.
accept
like-
kratom.
Well, not even that. Like, they're not even fucking junkies. They just started doing kratom. Like,
Yeah, that's the problem because it's one of those weird things.
Same
As someone
guy.
who's done opioids before, it's like I've tried kratom before. No, it's dog shit. It's nothing.
It's like
You
I
don't
don't
even
know.
feel anything.
But I also think that like
That's why I
opiates like
wouldn't know what it is. I've never had an opium addiction.
Yeah, I don't know. Cocaine enemas
Not
work
addiction,
though.
I've just
So
definitely
Certainly do.
dabbled with stuff. I
cocaine
shouldn't.
enemas do work.
No, I just Googled it. I didn't know what it was. And I was like,
Cocaine,
oh, it's
cocaine, anything.
Yeah, like I was.
for
Yeah.
opiate withdrawals. I didn't know.
Do you know that Stevie Nicks had a person that would she'd take on tour with her just to put coke in her asshole?
Yeah,
If she
because
didn't
she
wanna fuck
blew
her
out
voice
her
up.
nose.
Yeah. That's crazy. What if your job? What do you call
Well,
that?
yeah, dude. A lot of famous stars had people just there to blow coke up their ass.
Yeah,
My
Rod
question
Stewart's
is,
another
do
one.
you still get the drip?
Yes, in your asshole, you can taste it. I heard if you put a beer up there, you can taste it.
Like, I'm just
Oh,
saying, it doesn't sound like a bad job blowing cocaine up Stevie Nicks' asshole, especially in what, the 70s and 80s. Like, I'd do that for fun.
Cocaine's a
Yeah.
very social
What do you
drug.
do at family reunions though? They ask you like what you do. And you're like, oh, I'm a roadie.
I'm a rim jobber. Fucking how antisocial is that though as a drug? Fuck. You know, it's not like passing a joint.
Dude, I bet she
But
owned
yeah.
a bidet.
But no, my sister's real big
Oh,
into kratom now. Like they have just big bags of kratom just sitting on their fucking like kitchen.
Why would you start, like, it's such like a head shop weird thing to fucking get into.
Julie,
Yeah.
I got so tired of of all the kratom salesmen hitting me up at every vape show that I went to. I was just like,
access.
we're not selling it. We're not selling it in our shop. So just,
Oh man, we can
just
liquefy it. It's a Meng Dai. We can
Remember
liquefy
all those idiots that smoke salvia?
Yep.
it.
I smoked salvia.
I know what you're
Tried
talking
it
about.
twice.
The highest I ever been was on salvia.
Really, once wasn't enough.
That's the thing. It's like super, like you get way out there, but it's only for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it feels
I've
like
never-
a fucking week.
I never did salvia, never will, because I did research behind it and saw there was somewhat credible in like research behind it that it's done growth of brain cells.
I can tell you from taking it, it's doing massive damage. There's definitely
I'll,
no
do,
way.
I'll do everything else except that.
Jerry,
One
what do you
of
think
the-
beer does?
One of the times I did
Oh, I
it,
know.
it was like
I'm okay
I was
with it in my
sitting-
20s. I'm not okay with it in my 18s.
I was like sitting outside in my yard and I only did a little bit and like I just couldn't stop laughing. I was laughing so hard I was just drooling and there wasn't really much else happening. And then the second time I took it, I was stuck in like this Lego world where I was like in a spinning thing.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Couldn't get out. And then eventually like a TV screen popped up in front of me and I saw my friends through it and I like reached my hand through the screen and asked my friend to pull me out.
That doesn't even sound
Grabbed my
fun.
hand,
No,
and
it's-
suddenly
yeah,
I was
no.
like no longer fucked up. I was like, oh, I'm back in the real world.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't fun. I didn't enjoy it. I was like, okay, I don't want to do this again.
I called horseshit on it every time. Like, it just isn't going to do anything. This won't do anything. So I sit there the whole time denying that it was happening while there was like massive hallucinations going on.
Yeah. But also
I don't recommend it. It was, I mean, this was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
No, longer than that.
Eh,
when I did
it's
it.
not that for me.
And
I don't
like, yeah, whatever.
DMT.
I mean, I was at that point. If it was a hallucinogen, I was down to try it. So
Yeah. You don't think you would anymore?
no.
Like ecstasy, really? Like the old school ecstasy? You don't think you do that anymore? Yeah, right? Okay, we're not even going to talk about that? Okay.
I would do that. Like,
I would do that. Yeah, I would do that. I would do. I wouldn't mind doing some good LSD one more
DMT.
time.
Don't even mess with LSD anymore. Just DMT. You can get DMT.
No,
I've never had an attraction to
DMT's too much.
DMT was invented by Joe Rogan, so he had something to talk about on his podcast.
No,
My
listen,
problem with DMT is every single friend I've ever had who's taken DMT tells me the exact same thing.
Yeah, I know. That doesn't seem weird to you, dude? Like,
No, it
everybody-
does. And that's why I'm just like, okay, well, I want my own experience. I don't want
No, that's the
exact
experience
same
of
bullshit.
it. That's what's crazy, dude, is that everyone has the same experience.
It's
I mean,
almost
that's
like it's
fucking
made in your
insane.
fucking brain.
Think about that. You have a different brain than me, but we see the same shit.
Well,
Yeah.
right, but it's still a chemical compound in the brain. If
I
the
don't know,
chemical
man. I think
compound
there's something
goes
going
to
on there.
a specific thing, and you do a bunch of it, you're going to get the same result.
I don't know.
But
No,
everybody
it depends
doesn't.
on how you metabolize something.
But
You might metabolize it differently.
that's the weird thing about DMT is everybody has the same thing on it. But like you and I could take the same dose of LSD and have completely different experiences with it.
Totally.
But we take the same dose of DMT, we're going to have the same experience.
Yeah, we meet the same lady, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? We both know her name. Like, it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like a portal or something. I don't know what it is. I don't even want to get into that. But
Yeah, it's a strange thing. It's not. It was, once again, that was something when I was younger. Like, it was neat. As I'm older, like, yeah, I'm good on that.
or maybe it connects you to the collective consciousness of the youth.
Well, that's what it is.
They're not-
That's,
yeah.
it's the
Kind of like how everyone goes to Thailand, fucks the same lady boy.
Right.
You guys have never done it before. They're gonna say they're gonna make jokes. It's
Or
fucking
lady
strange, dude. Like, it really
I,
is.
like,
it's
no, I
very
strange going
totally
on there.
believe it's fucking strange. And
it's very strange. I don't.
but it's I'm not. I don't.
I don't think I recommend it.
No,
I don't
I
I don't think so.
While we're talking
Give
about
me
drugs we don't
mescaline.
recommend, I don't
me
recommend
mescaline.
K-holes.
Just give me mescaline any day.
oh fuck mescaline.
You shut your mouth about
That
ketamine.
shit-
No,
I-
ketamine's
Ketamine doesn't do
amazing.
anything.
Ketamine,
It was amazing till I took too much.
yeah, ketamine is a lot. Ketamine was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Ketamine, literally, all it did was make my nose cold, and I was like, okay, this is.
Then that wasn't ketamine.
They're a lot of fun.
I think you just had a cold
Yeah,
and
I
didn't
don't
take
think that was
ketamine.
actually.
No,
I don't
like
think that was,
I had
I
like
don't think that was
cooling
actually
effect.
ketamine.
I had a cooling effect. No, it definitely was because my friend he took some of it. He did like a line of coke worth. He was stupid. We told him, just do tiny bumps until it brings you up to where you want to be or disassociated or whatever.
Yeah.
And then stop. And then he ended up just doing a fat coke line worth of it. And I was just like, oh man, you're gonna have a bad time. I've seen.
Oh, I'm sure he loved that.
He went into a really bad K-hole.
No shit, you told him he was going to.
Vomiting all over. I was so bad.
Oh, the foam. You're throwing up the K foam.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. And then he's like, I'm never
You're
touching
gonna
this
have a
again.
bad
And he
time.
hands it to me.
Trick
And I was
her out
like, all
first.
right. So like a couple days later, I was like, all right, I'll try it. I tried it. And
Ooh.
I ended up doing like micro lines of it, and it didn't do anything. It just made my nose feel cold. It just doesn't affect me.
I don't know.
And what company do you work for again?
He doesn't.
I don't work. What are you talking about? I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, this was a while ago. Like I don't do that shit.
No, I got a buddy,
Summer.
Chuck, who's like growing. Okay, he moved here from Pittsburgh, and he's just like he was the type of kid who, by the age of 18, had like literally a felony list like this long just based off of drug crimes. He was the kind of kid who was like, no, I'm fucking 16. I ordered San Pedro cactus off the internet so I could make tea and just go to school tripping on mescaline.
Hands-on guy.
Yeah, no, he's fucking great, but he's who I would like base, do I want to try that or not off of?
Right.
Because he will try everything and he'll tell me his results.
It doesn't matter how many times they explain it to you. Like the DMT and the Grand Canyon are two things you're not ready for.
But like,
I don't know.
That's
but like,
actually-
why would they go straight to why would they go to kratom when there's like when
Because it
CBD
occupies the opiate
when
receptor.
CBD
Hold on,
is
we
a
just
thing-
got to go
they're
back.
not they're not fucking addicted to opiates.
That's
Yeah,
actually a
that's
really
weird.
good quote that Graham just said, and I that pains me to admit it, but I'm
About the
going to
Grand
use that line in the future.
Those are two things you're not fucking ready for.
Yeah, you might think you are, but DMT and the Grand Canyon.
Yeah,
Until
no
you
matter-
actually experience it in person, like you have no idea.
It's a fucking
God damn
hole.
it, Graham.
Please don't talk about the fucking waterfall.
I'm not going to. I'm going to let this brilliance just marinate. I'm not even going to fuck it up.
That shit really pains me to say too, but that was actually pretty fucking profound.
All right, so Colt, I'm 100%.
So fast.
I'm 100% with you for whatever it's worth. That is officially weird as fuck.
Yeah, it's like,
Like they're not they aren't like addicted
No,
to
it's-
opiates.
It's
They-
I mean, it's the same.
They're
reason why a lot of kids-
alcoholics. Why the fuck would you go to
Yeah.
kratom?
It's being, you know what, but it's being pushed in like some like health food and like naturopathy
wellness
practices. Yeah, like wellness stores, holistic stuff. Like they're pushing kratom now. So
It's that, but it's like why a lot of kids.
It's
like
Single weirdest part of 2018 for me was going to that vape show in Las Vegas, and like every single fucking bottle now has like, this contains nicotine, it's poison.
Yeah.
And then
just
fucking
walk down the alley.
being
the
fucking
erotic-
co-located with the CBD and like the fucking
12
weed
foot
guys.
tall weed plants.
And they're like, this shit cures cancer. Like
Yeah,
the
marijuana-
disparity in
Poison.
fucking marketing.
Cancer.
Yeah,
like
like,
the FDA is going to hit CBD eventually.
Oh,
So
yeah.
thank God.
they'll end up with the same.
Christ,
It'll be the whole-
Dude, I love that show, but yeah, no, that show was like
the statement has
just
not been.
weird shit.
Well,
This
the
has not been
FDA's
evaluated by the FDA.
Yeah.
This is
Not
not
over.
the cure, treat, prevent.
the
diagnose
FDA's gonna
any
hit
disease.
kratom too, and then it's gonna go the
Oh,
way of
good.
fucking
I'm
spice
surprised
because it's just
actually making the
You know what
song.
they're doing? They're throwing a bogey out there.
Well, there's been a
Well-
couple times that like kratom's been like shut down, and
Right.
then there's
Yeah,
been like
that's
a
what I thought.
workaround
yeah.
with it.
There's
So.
it's gonna go the way of spice, where it's gonna just be fucking chemicals thrown at leaves
Fucking
Yeah.
flocka.
and then shred it up.
I mean,
Now, it seems like Sherm to me. Like that's what it seems like they're doing. Like they're putting like whatever the fuck that is, formaldehyde or whatever on it, or
it's
embalming
it's-
fluid.
it's just like that spice and bath salts and shit. Like if it's already regulated, it can be anything new that comes in that calls itself kratom that does almost the same thing can be regulated underneath the analog clause.
Yeah.
But I thought if they change it, they're okay.
No, but that's the entire thing about the analog clause. So like they can ban a specific thing, like for fucking bath salts, and then like the chemist will change like one atom on it or something, but it can still be regulated as an analog as soon as they get it. It doesn't have to go through the full process.
Which that needed to happen for spice and things like that.
Because they just started with it.
It's like all that K2 shit. Like I still remember.
That's just weird.
I watched some 16-year-old load a fucking bowl of K2 into his pipe while sprinkling it onto tobacco.
Dude, you guys are fucking sissies, man. You're putting K2 on tobacco and that's a fucking party?
Dude, that was the thing. He was a 16. It's just like, dude, you're that fucking desperate.
7 fucking hits the ecstasy.
Yeah, no, like the problem is that if you call it something different though, it becomes different. Like Spice was K2 and then AK-47 and then it just went with Spice and then it was like synthetic.
So if they call it something different, then it doesn't fall under that clause?
Yeah.
Depends.
Really? Yeah. So it's like Treyway. I get it.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know why they're even trying to stop it. What are they doing? What are we doing? Running around busy with trying to stop that. The fuck? You know, you tell people they can do it and they don't want to do it. You tell them they can't do it and that's all they want to do. I mean, we haven't proven that? Crazy. Let people smoke spice. What the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, fuck spice.
Alcohol fucks you up.
Yeah, and spice literally leaves plastic in your fucking lungs.
Yeah, but I've just never met anybody that said, I'm not going to do this because it's illegal.
No.
Like spice was the go-to if you were on fucking probation.
Yep. If you were, or if you had like a job that drug tested you weekly.
Yeah, and then you would do spice, and it was a fucking bullshit, like really bad high, and instead it just leaves fucking literal plastic in your lungs.
Just fucks you up.
Yeah. Graham, I have met a few people that said I'm not going to do this because it's illegal,
really?
but they all live in Singapore.
Oh, they get caned. You ever seen a punishment for
fucking executed?
Yeah, they'll hang you in the middle of the fucking town square for sneezing. Freaking insanity there. I like the lengths they go to take risks. Like they can't vape there either, right?
No, it's it's illegal again.
They can't chew gum.
They can't do shit.
You can
I'm serious.
Smoke
I know.
And you can't chew gum.
Yeah.
Well, they make cigarettes or something, right? Isn't that? Oh, it's all money. Everything's fucking money. What am I even doing? Arguing this?
I mean, it's like supreme socialism. Basically, if you want to drive a car there, you have to pay like a $40,000 fee to the government.
Oh yeah.
Sounds fun.
What do you have to pay here?
Nothing. It's really corrupt.
What is registration fees and all that? That's not what they call it.
Yeah, but also over there, you can pay that $40,000 and just start running people down.
Right.
You know,
because they're all on scooters.
They're all on fucking scooters. They don't care. The government doesn't fucking care. Yeah.
Have you read about
No.
How in China, like it's safer after you hit someone by accident to actually make sure that you kill them?
Yeah, because then because their family can't sue on their behalf or some shit like that. Only they can sue you.
When you get a concealed weapons permit, they tell you straight up that if you shoot someone, you better shoot to kill. Like they're not fucking around. Like if somebody breaks, I don't know how it is everywhere else, but if someone like breaks in your house here and you shoot them in the legs, you get arrested for like maiming or some shit like that. Like, but if you have to tap them twice in the chest, that's what you have to be going for if you're going to use.
Well, that's basic gun.
Yeah, you do 2 center mass, 1 off center.
Right. But you'd think, a lot of people probably would think to shoot him and, shoot somebody in the leg, like thinking they're not going to kill him.
No, that's not what a gun is for.
I completely agree. I'm just saying there's
Also, if you nick an artery in the leg, it's lethal. Like,
right.
They bleed out in a minute.
Yeah, but that's a hard thing to do. Like it just goes center mass. But I mean, you shouldn't. Okay, you never pull a gun unless you plan on using it, and you're never going to use a gun unless it's deadly force.
Yeah, they even tell cops that.
Yeah, I mean that's the only people that are using less than lethal means are professionals, law enforcement, military, whatever. They're the ones with bean bags and rubber bullets and that whole deal. That's a completely separate thing.
But even if they discharge their firearm, it has to be that way too, right? Like
Yes, yes.
like,
It also
they
has to be
beanbag
to
and all
kill.
that.
If a police officer shoots, it's to kill.
But yeah, but they would use other methods, whatever, beanbags, shit, like what he was just saying.
They have like they're supposed to have like a ladder of force escalation depending on the situation. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't use a taser. Sometimes that's not.
Yeah, like if there's a black child playing with a toy gun, skip the taser.
Skip
the
straight to
taser. You put 2 straight to the chest.
Yep.
No, that's when you pull the MP5 out of the trunk.
Yep. You don't even get out of the car. You reach your hand out because you don't know if that kid's gonna use if that black kid's gonna use that plastic gun.
Yeah.
I don't know. How'd you like to be at work all the time, not knowing if somebody's gonna put the fucking shotgun out the window?
Well,
You know what I mean? Like,
no, dude, I completely like. Here's the thing, like
I hate cops.
police have a very difficult job, and there are a lot of good police. There are also a lot of bad police, and I honestly believe like police should get paid double what they get paid now, but they should also be faced with double the penalties, and they should be tried in a system that they're not a part of. So they should be tried out of their county, out of their state, and they should have double penalties if they are convicted of doing something wrong. I don't think they're paid enough for what they do, but I also don't think they're penalized properly for when they do things wrong.
Yeah. Also, there's no amount of like nervousness or fear that would cause you to shoot the guy with the security jacket on that's holding a guy down. Like first of all,
he should not be a cop anymore, and he should be held accountable.
He should be in prison.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, good cops deserve to be treated. There's more good cops than bad cops, but there's enough bad cops that it's a serious problem across the country, everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't know how that.
The militarization of police is a huge issue that I have a big problem with.
And well, did you guys see I think there was an article today or something.
Because they're all angry chads from high school. Right?
There is a lot of those.
Brads.
No, but there was an article today. There was a study done in England. Basically, even just having a taser, if you have a taser issued to you, there was a study showing that you would be like 3 times more likely to use force if you just had a baton.
Yeah, because it's not deadly, so it makes sense. What's stabbing?
Well, fuck it. Give them all tasers. If they're more likely to use force, give them fucking tasers because I'd take that 3 times more likely to fucking shock someone.
You're right, but like it's also it was based off that whole idea: the more force you have, the more likely you are to use it.
In England, though, when they had those dumb short little billy clubs, that's all they had for 200 years.
Right, but also no one else had anything.
Right.
So like it's one of those, like, if you were given more power, you are going to abuse that power.
Like, we're stuck in this fucking arms race where everybody has, and like, I'm not trying to pick on anybody or whatever, but like, everybody has a goddamn AR-15, so the cops need fucking AR-15s, and like, it's this weird like fucking arms race where everybody's just fucking terrified and carrying. And like,
bro, the cops are winning. Don't get it twisted. They are not sitting there shorthanded with these. After that Hollywood thing, they're not fucking around no more. I've seen them multiple times come to the complex that I live in with like tanks, like fucking tanks, real tanks.
Yeah, it's all that fucking military surplus shit that keeps getting pushed on police departments.
Yep.
Yeah, because they're completely militarized now. Like it's kind of fucking scary, actually.
There is a lot of chads in that whole group.
Tons.
It's like, okay, like, example, I was arrested one time, and the perfect dichotomy of that is the cop who arrested me, fantastic individual, kept talking to me the entire time, was a grade A person. His partner, on the other hand, was literally just like in the seat of his car like a fucking dog, just like, do you think they're gonna run? Think they're gonna run?
Yeah, that's about. I mean,
come again?
Some are decent, some are fucking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like the actual main guy, no, fantastic human being. I would love to have a beer with him.
Yeah.
And like I was only arrested for a bench warrant of fucking being out too late and not paying a parking ticket. And like the one guy who arrested me, fantastic dude, like was totally respectable, and the other dude, nah, dude, he was after everyone in that park.
Jeez, Jerry, why don't you marry him?
Not that much. I got a VIP pass for chapel. Love that.
But at the same time, like,
cop
it's-
lover.
well, no, yeah, to an extent, I am because my uncle was a cop for fucking ever.
Michigan.
No, in Kansas. So like, I do have some respect for them, but like, at the same time, like my dad, who is the shining example of Sean Hannity fan number one. I own too many guns that I know it's good for myself. Lifetime member of the NRA. He goes up to the cops and he literally got body slammed to the ground while trying to pay a ticket. But hey, still thinks most of them are good.
Hmm.
Can't recognize anything about that. He literally got fucking body slammed.
I'm just saying, at a certain point, we have to like choose as a society to kind of throttle back a little bit.
Yeah, like if
Yeah, but we're
it was between me and my partner and Rick was committing a crime, I'd be like, I'm not arresting that guy. That's on
I'm
you.
gonna get his number.
Yeah, just let him go. No one will know. Fuck it.
Dude, I can't commit any crimes because if there's any security, like you met me in person, my silhouette is
Yeah.
super recognizable.
Yeah,
There's
you
no
could
doubt.
never rob a bank ever.
Yeah, like
No.
they could find me.
Jerry might be able to rob a bank.
Yeah.
I've tried. Not really, but theoretically I have.
Wayne could rob a bank. No one knows what fucking ethnicity he is.
Yeah.
You mean like Wayne and Jerry aren't the same exact looking person, like from the side and the back? They look exactly the same.
Wayne
Yeah.
is very ethnically ambiguous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah, he's a
brown
dewback.
haired, brown eyed.
He's louse. Whatever that
He's
means. I
everything.
don't even know.
He's every man.
I thought he was Filipino. I never
he's
asked him.
lotion.
He's a dewback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lotion.
Yeah, but lotion sounds like something you put on your hands when they're, dry.
I've seen,
But he's also like-
I've seen King of the Hill. I know what Laotian is.
He's he's Lotion,
seen,
Laotian, and Italian.
South Park or the Gooback?
Like
where they're
super
every man?
Italian.
Man,
Jesus.
bear
He's
pig?
all Italian.
Jesus, Graham. Speaking of throttling back, maybe.
No, that's what it is. Like, where that was what the episode was. Is that they were like every person. They had a little bit of this and a little bit of that, kind of way they did like Obama.
Wait, has South Park done like a joke on basically Ancestry.com yet?
I don't think so.
Because that seems like something they would do.
The entire
I
episode
think-
this year
yeah,
was
they-
apparently just school shootings, so I don't know.
No,
I
I
had
think
fun
they.
telling my dad that we're not actually Russian.
What do you do?
He's like, "What?" And I explained to him, "No, we're not Russian.
Oh.
We're French." And he goes, "Oh, that makes sense."
I just picture that conversation like, hey dad, I got this kit from 21andMe, and he's like, oh, you bitch.
More red.
When I told him about it, I was like, at first I freaked out because I was like, "Wait, did mom? Did
Wait, so you're
my
French?
mom sleep with somebody else?" Like the fact, because like there's supposed to be like a quarter Russian in there or some shit, and I'm like, "There's no Russian."
Yeah, 'cause no one knew.
And then,
Nope,
well,
they hit Ellis Island.
he should have known because I did the whole ancestry thing, and I looked and I like went
Who
back
told you
far
who it
enough,
was?
and I found out that like his great grandfather or some shit was like the French ambassador to Russia.
Oh, so wait, they're basing their ancestry on what you did in like a school project.
What?
What do you did it on?
I went to
how'd you do it?
23andMe. My sister
Okay.
got me a kit from 23andMe. I did it, and that came back saying that I wasn't Russian, that I was French for that quarter or whatever. And
That
then I
happened to
did
my ex-wife.
Ancestry.com to
But
find
that happens a
That's
lot
what
with
family
families.
was.
You have like
No,
you have
everyone
like
knows.
family mythology about like what you know what I mean. Like it gets passed down from some family to family about
Well-
we have this whatever, and it's like nobody ever actually does any research and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Part of the
we
family
figured out-
lore.
I did
we
read-
figured
Nobody-
out why he thought that though. It was because his mom, she only spoke Russian. She grew up in China and was raised by like Ukrainian grandmother or something. So like way back there is some Ukrainian, but the woman only spoke French to her, or sorry, French. The woman only spoke Russian to her, and she like lived there till she was like 16, and then married some dude and came to the States to like get the fuck out of China.
Yeah, I'm 1/16th Camry, Toyota Camry.
But yeah, so she assumed that she was Russian because that's all that was ever spoken to her. It's all she ever really spoke when she came here too.
Mhm.
Fuck
So-
you get for assuming
It
gender.
was just everyone assumed, and then it turns out no, there's no fucking Russian in there.
My ex-wife's identity was about being like Italian from the East Coast. Like seriously, the Italians from the East Coast, that's their identity.
Yeah.
And turns out she's not even fucking Italian.
Right, and
There was a lot of Italian.
Well, and I know so many people that swear that they have Native American heritage.
Oh, yeah.
You actually go and look, and it's like, no, you don't. You don't have any. You know,
I-
you have zero Indian blood.
I'm like extremely Welsh, and I never knew that.
That's crazy.
I'm like mostly Welsh, Hungarian, and French, but a lot of Welsh apparently.
Nice.
I got my
No
wife.
one ever
I
knew
got
that.
my wife a 23andMe for Christmas, so she's
Literally
gonna do
no
that.
one ever knew we were Welsh.
I wouldn't be too proud of that. I mean, I've
I'm
met
not,
some.
but it's like
This year you got
it's just
one?
funny because like literally
Yeah.
before we did that, like no one had any idea of that. Because we just my mom's side, her maiden last name was Insco. Have fun trying to find Insco. Have fun
Take-
trying to spell it.
I don't even know how to spell that. It's like IN ski. Yeah, IN
Yeah,
ski.
have fun trying to find that.
Should end right there. The ski.
INSK and then weird eyes.
Yeah.
I imagine.
No, but like yeah, exactly. Like have fun trying to figure that fucking shit out.
Yeah, I am technically half Lebanese and then a quarter Swedish and a quarter Danish.
With a half moon and a hammer in the name. What do you spell it?
Yeah, I'm,
why he thought he was
I'm
Russian?
white.
Yeah, I'm a Polak.
I can tell by your shirt, Colt. Thanks, though.
I'm stupid white.
He's like a BMX rider.
Yeah,
They're always white.
The other big four is Polish.
I'm technically adopted, so like I know
Oh.
about this. I know about the side of the family where the last name comes from, but when it comes to my biological parents, no idea, and I'm completely cool with that.
I mean, I'm interested though.
Like, who gives a shit? Like, what
I
is
do.
it?
Like, how do you make Rick? Like, Rick is a
Stop.
beautiful man.
I imagine
I wanna know
that
what
you're
makes Rick.
probably
He's
Irish because you look kind of
I think he's a Viking.
you look kind of like Biff, you know,
He's a Slavic.
I'm
Sure.
from
too
Back to the Future, and he was
I'm-
Irish, right?
I'm too big to be Irish. I like
Yeah, he'd be like
literally
the biggest Irish ever. He'd be like the guy that chased them all out with fucking snakes.
like I would have been the king of Ireland if I was Irish. I'm just saying, like I got a foot on most of those motherfuckers.
Well, maybe your ancestors ate all the potatoes, and that's why they had a famine. All right.
That's what happened. He's a fucking
Maybe you've got some like Scandinavian in there somewhere.
Maybe
Who
you're,
knows? It's a fun mystery. I don't know.
They're tall. Scandinavians are tall.
I know that my mom's side of the family was like weird, like Mormons, and then they escaped somehow from that side. So who knows where the hell they came from?
Yeah.
And then my biological dad's side, they were sea people. So who the fuck knows?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Like I told you, you're a
Viking.
Viking.
Yeah.
Sea people. That's
The sea peoples from the Bronze Age collapse.
No, they were like. So the only thing I don't talk to my biological dad, and like my biological grandfather and was like dead by the time my mom actually even knew him. I knew my biological dad, but like the only thing that she ever got of their past was like they somehow ended up on the West Coast after working on ships for a long time. So who the fuck knows?
You're
You
Viking.
don't have any kind of connection. Like
No.
none, right?
hey, you can always get one of those 23andMe kits.
Let's find
No, I'm
out
saying
how
like, you don't have like a.
Thank you.
That'd be I'm sure that Megan would love that. By the way,
This segment
did-
sponsored by 23andMe.
I did
Shit.
it should
the
be.
health kit portion of it too, and was really happy to find out that
That's
I
when I'm
don't have the variants for Parkinson's because my mom has it.
like I'm
Yeah.
super
Yeah,
interested
I'm
in
gonna
the
get
Yeah, that's
health side of that. Actually.
I just picture Rick getting the kit. He's just like, all right, where do I gotta come?
In the tube.
Just send it back, just covered in sticky. Yeah, I like that.
Just
like a
blood and semen, right?
How much do you need?
Bloody semen.
It's he's doing that for a job.
Send
It
it
looked
back.
like a
send,
CIA scene or,
Send-
CIA.
send it back. Send it back
Yeah,
with a
there you go.
recorded tape, just saying I can't read.
Well, and then like on the fucking health side, so you got one side that are like sea people, so of course most of them died from alcoholism.
Scurvy.
And then on the other side, like I got a whole bunch of drug addicts, so nobody knows what the natural lifespan is on that side of the family. So
41.
it's a fun surprise.
Yeah.
Definitely 41.
So it's like 11 o'clock. I'm bailing out on you guys.
Oh yeah, yeah it is.
Later, dude.
I'll catch you guys next week.
Later, brother.
Take care,
Later,
Matthew.
man.
Have a good one,
Have a
bud.
good one.
Later.
Yeah, my wife just delivered me a plate of Arby's, so I'm probably
Yeah, I had Arby's tonight too. Arby's is fucking great, isn't it? So underrated.
yeah. I'm
How did
probably
she
gonna.
find you with all that camo on?
She just put it on my
hidden in a
desk. Didn't
natural
even see
environment.
me.
That's an easy joke, but I was honestly entertained by it. So thumbs up.
I giggled.
Yeah, I laughed.
Yeah, that was some low hanging fruit, huh?
Yeah, but it was still pretty good. It was still
It's like-
pretty good. That's
It's
the
like-
entire.
It's like a dad joke.
Yeah, like
Well,
I feel like in 2019 we got to retire the camo jokes, but that one was pretty good.
I think we gotta retire the camo
I just
Not
I don't get the wallets. Why a wallet?
in camo,
Yeah.
so no one sees you count your money.
So people know you have a camo wallet, dude. Come on.
Fuck that.
Nobody sees you counting through your wallet
Yeah.
full of halfway filled Subway sandwich punch cards.
Yeah,
It
you're
just,
almost
seems,
like
it
invisible.
just seems easier to lose for no good reason.
Well, yeah, you can't find it when you put it down. It's like blends in. It's the whole point. Just saying.
Yeah, life pro tip, don't go camping with a camo wallet.
No, don't go camping either.
Yeah,
Like,
life
never
pro tip:
find
don't
it
go
in the
camping.
street.
Yeah,
Why would you do that to
I don't understand camping.
That's like torturing yourself for no
Fun.
reason.
I used to go camping and then I got sober.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly right.
There's a difference between homelessness and camping.
No,
Yeah,
there's no difference.
camping's the same.
You're pretending you're taking a vacation of homelessness is what's happening. You're going on vacation to pretend to be homeless.
This summer,
Well,
I'm probably
yeah.
gonna go camping again another 3 or 4 times. So fuck you.
No, but
I
seriously,
have a badass tent that I want
Just in your
to.
backyard.
Do another.
Your suka.
I'll do the yearly episode of me by the fireplace pretending not to get killed.
okay, but can you imagine doing that without beer?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Did that
Camping
for
isn't
about
pretending.
18,
Beer when I
19 years growing
Camping
up.
isn't pretending to
never
be
done that.
homeless. Cause like you,
No, it is.
homeless people don't live in the fucking woods.
Most of them do.
No, they
Homeless people
don't.
make more money than most of us. by the
Yeah,
way.
They
it-
live underneath the highway and shit. They don't live in the woods.
Hey, you ever been
They
underneath
Okay.
the highway?
woods for food or money. They
Hey,
go
Bobby,
live
jungle.
in populated areas so that they can get cash
Where are they all
from
then?
people and get their drugs.
I don't know. I watched a
Under
woman.
the highway.
I
Go-
watched a woman who was quote unquote homeless get into her Land Rover. So I don't
Oh,
want to
yeah,
hear
he-
about it.
They cannot
Oh
spare a
god,
dollar.
there's
thing.
this one
Come
dude
on.
that was like getting pissed because we didn't give him a dollar, and then he whips out his like brand new iPhone 10 whatever, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Dude, just come to the air. Go to, or well, you do.
Oh, here we go.
To the state with bottle returns, and have fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I was just back in like my hometown or whatever for Christmas. There's plenty of homeless people living in the woods out there. Like,
Yeah, you don't see them. They push them out into the woods now. That's how
Yeah.
they do it.
Yeah, those are real homeless people. The cool homeless people.
The ones in Vegas live under the street, for real. There's tunnels under all the way under Vegas. They all live under there.
well, I mean, you'd be surprised how many homeless people end up like living in their cars too. Like,
I don't have a car anymore.
happens.
I
No,
mean, yeah,
sir.
but like, I wouldn't call that a homeless person.
I mean, they
Look
don't
at
have a
halfway
home,
home.
Jerry.
You're right. You're right. I don't know. I
You
grew up in
don't-
that era of like, no, dude. If I got a van, I still have a home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys
fuck
don't
yeah, I'm
know
about
if
to
they
get a van.
consider that a home, dude.
Yeah, like I mean, it wasn't obviously a proud point in my life or whatever, but like I've had to live in a car before.
Yeah, like if I still
Yeah.
got my van, I
What-
still got my home.
Like I
Well,
kind of considered myself homeless at the time, seeing as I didn't have a home.
Yeah, you are homeless. If you live in your car,
That's a
you're homeless.
fucking. I mean, it was a fucking Oldsmobile, so I don't know if that counts or not. But
Yeah,
Just get one of those.
It's still a car.
yeah, it's still somewhere to chill, but you can't
Shit.
go out.
By
I
that
gotta get
standard,
those
though, by
Cadillacs
that standard, though, Graham's technically homeless because
Yeah, no, I am. You're right. You're right. Except for I pay like probably more than you pay in rent for this space. So-
I've seen a woman take a shit
I'm
on the
hungry.
street and then
Yeah.
take a piece of newspaper out of her pocket and put it on the bus exhaust to dry it out and then wipe her ass.
Ugh.
with it.
What the fuck are you
That-
talking about?
That's fucking. That's fucking.
That's homeless.
Yeah.
That's homeless.
That's ingenuity.
God. Yeah, I bet you get really resourceful.
Yeah, it's a good way to test your resourcefulness.
Yeah.
I've always had a rule. I'll give it to you once, not twice.
How long do you think you could last like in a van? Living in like a van, full time.
Forever. Until I
think
die.
As long as it's got NPR.
Yeah, you should have no way
lasted
you'd last
pretty
very
long
long.
in the past. I think I can last.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm a small guy, so. I
Not-
can
not-
live-
not a
I
bad
can
thing
live
either, I
Fucking
think it-
anywhere.
I mean, you can fit a mattress into the back of the van pretty easily.
but to live there like full time, like most
Yeah.
people do.
I could do
I
that.
know.
What are you
It's
talking
for
about?
a woman
You
though.
get a
On
little
the whole
tiny
going to the
thing.
bathroom.
Why are you
Yeah.
talking about it like this is a hard thing to do, Graham?
Yeah.
Because it is. It's living in a van.
No, it is. It is.
Yeah,
hard.
like
It's not
the
as hard as not having.
People
it.
live in tiny houses.
okay,
I
but
know,
but
that's what
like
I'm asking. You do it.
but the thing you're not getting about like living in a van being hard or like living in a car being hard, it isn't necessarily that like you don't have a place to like it's not that you miss the home so much, although you do. It's also like where the
Banging your head
fuck
on it.
where the fuck do you park it? Like
Walmart.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't do that anymore.
like that's the big fucking thing about like living in a van or whatever is like
Where are you gonna park?
Driving around at 6 p.m. trying to find a neighborhood to park in because you don't want to be there too late. Driving around lurking. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
yeah,
It is,
like
but,
apparently.
what I'm saying is like I would still always 10 out of 10 times choose that over not having the van.
Oh, well, yeah, no shit.
well, I mean
Yeah,
obviously
you gotta live in a tent.
Do I want to have a car or not have a car?
Exactly.
Jared, no disrespect, but no shit. Like,
Damn, Jerry, you really proved that point.
what
Fuck.
about that? What about
That's
that one time that you
No,
wanted to
you
live
didn't
in
say
a car?
living in a car is not that hard if you actually have the fucking car.
So 9 out of 10 times you'd rather live in a car than a park bench.
okay, well, living in a car isn't that hard if 9 out of times you actually have the car and also you have a place to park it,
Yeah.
you have a place to shower, you have a place to like fucking shit. Like,
You think a shower?
I mean, do you see this evil shit that they do now where they put like
Oh,
spikes on benches to separate the seats so people can't
Yeah.
sleep on them?
yeah,
What the fuck? They're putting, like Vietnam traps?
like the thing is, they basically criminalize being poor. They criminalize being homeless. Like,
Oh,
you can't,
They've been doing that for centuries.
Yeah.
yeah, like,
you, just, you go
like-
on Alpine Drive, you go to the fucking Walmart, and then when it's time to go take a shower for your like 1 month a year, you go down, you go to Rose Park Circle, and you're good. They got fountains.
yeah, but like what you're describing isn't anything that a normal human being should have to like actually adapt to.
I don't think
I
any
know,
of us
but I
are
get-
really that qualified to speak on this. I think we should get Chef John on the show.
Yeah, that's true. I think he's still doing. I think he's making it.
You know,
That's a fucking callback right there.
Yeah, that was very good.
No, we've
Damn, I'm full of gold tonight, guys.
You are here.
We've
fire,
had-
fucking
I
fire.
think
No,
he
no, no,
doesn't
we've-
really
we've
think
had
about
Steam
being
Room on the
actually
show.
homeless. God damn,
You're
you're going
sick, dude.
nuts.
What a dick.
Wow, the Colton just has to top me. Get out of here, Colton.
No, like
Alive.
I love the fact that in like fucking casual conversation, I dropped the fact that yes, I've had to live in my car before, and you guys are
Yeah.
still making fun of people who aren't here.
But then that's the Morning Star on
I've
the
done
show.
it, but like there's ways of doing that are still totally feasible and possible versus exactly having spikes on your sleeping spot.
Exactly. Amen, brother. Let's get Sebastian Morningstar on the show.
Dude,
have a
I
problem
can't
with
even stand it when there's a little tiny bit of dirt in my sleeping spot.
Oh, you know.
I have a fucking bed vacuum. I have a fucking vacuum by my side of the bed that I will fucking run before I go to bed. Because when I lay down, if I feel shit like poking into me, I can't fucking sleep.
Yeah, don't eat in bed, you fucking weirdo.
I don't, but my
that.
wife doesn't like rub her feet on the side of the bed before she gets in the bed. She just swings her fucking feet up.
Maybe clean your
You're
floor.
insane.
And my dogs hop up on the bed while we're gone.
Boy, you have a
Clean my floor. I have all hardwood floors.
Trust
Have
me,
you
he's
ever
clean
tried
them.
to get all the fucking dust and dirt off of those?
He has.
Do you
Try to get
own
all of it.
shoes?
What are you gonna do when you're like
Nothing.
50 years old, Colton? You're still eating mozzarella sticks for dinner.
Oh no, dude, this appetizer. I got a beef and cheddar,
He's
and then a beef and cheddar.
he tries to get all the dirt. Oh, that's great.
Alright, I'm gonna go. I gotta go to
can't
bed.
find Chef
I'm
John.
ready.
I think we call it
Alright,
here.
have a good
His
one.
name is Sebastian Morningstar.
And that was 2018 in review.
It sucked.
Nope.
And 2019 is gonna be
2018
pretty bad too.
sucked. 2019 hopefully will be worse.
Eat
So
Yes,
smart.
it's gonna be.
We have Trump and we have what, climate change
Mohammed bin Salman.
and
That was a good one.
Hey, we got
Meat
Cole.
and
We got rid of Chef John somehow.
We got Cole. Cole's back,
Yeah.
guys. Big fan.
Cole?
people. Oh,
Give-
and
give Cole a hand.
close to your anus.
Yeah, but I feel like that's been going on for a while. We know.
We,
No, I know, but it's
How about
right.
the expose of asshole coke? What do you think?
Anyone want to play some fucking
You
golf?
should do a documentary on it. I'm sure there's lots of girls that do that.
Oh yeah, the
Blow
floor
up their
bait.
asshole in that area.
Talking about butt lines, dude. Everyone knows about butt lines. No one
Yeah.
talks about it though.
It's because it's not
No,
social.
but I'm saying I'm only interested if it's Stevie Nicks in the 70s and 80s.
You're not interested if you heard that like Shindo was getting coke blown into his asshole. You wouldn't find that interesting.
No, I mean, I
You're
wouldn't
like-
volunteer to do it for him. I mean, that's
Yes,
cool.
you
That's a life
I
choice.
feel like if I was getting
I feel
coke
like you would
blown up my
volunteer.
ass, I'd be a far more entertaining
Yeah,
person.
he also
I feel
wouldn't
like-
be on this fucking show because
Oh,
he'd be
he
out.
wouldn't?
He'd be out doing shit, getting money.
Really, you
Yeah,
think? That's
exactly.
what you think.
No, he'd probably
Well-
be working to afford more coke to get blown up his. If you need coke blown up your ass, you have a serious coke addiction, so you have a fuck ton of money, or no
Well, that's
money,
not
but you
true
make
at
a
all.
shit ton.
that happens to be complete horseshit. What do you mean? If you have a coke addiction, you have hella money. What are you talking
No,
about?
if you have the coke addiction to the point where you need to have it blown up your ass
Yeah,
because
you're
your
like one
fucking
step away from
septum's
it.
all blown out,
You never
you've
seen
either got a
Behind the Music?
shit ton of money or you earn a shit ton of money but spend it all on coke.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's well. Yeah, when you're doing heavy drugs, it pretty much all goes to drugs.
Yep.
All of it, every dollar.
And he wouldn't be on
Not-
this fucking show. You think he would fucking
I
come
prefer
Second.
butt joints.
Later. Oh, dude, blowing some butt joints, you just get a bicycle pump.
I mean, I hate when people do that.
Like what? Smoke weed and
Just stick a bicycle pump up their ass?
I don't like when people smoke weed up their asshole. I hate it.
No, the
Why-
trick is that
When has it
okay.
ever come up?
Okay, no. The
No,
trick
that's what I'm
is
saying.
the
You
trick
don't get
is
that yet.
you get the bicycle pump up your ass, right? You cut a hole in your jeans pocket.
Mhm.
Take the bicycle pump. You like bend the tube, put the bicycle pump through the hole in your jeans pocket, and then you put your jeans on.
I've done this.
Now you've got the bicycle pump in your ass, in your pocket. You could just pump that joint into your ass while you're walking down the street. No one knows.
Yeah, you get high in the movie theater. It's
You know what's
genius.
crazy?
You're
The
no
crazy thing is
longer
you don't
you're
have
no
to
longer
drugs,
See, this is another reason we need overalls to come back.
Where the fuck is my Arby's sauce?
No,
Where
you're
the
way. You're
fuck
talking
do you
about
have
that.
Barbie sauce? You fucking clown.
Where the
You're gonna
fuck
run
is my
here with turkey
Arby's
sauce
sauce?
all over fucking ass. Take the workers out in the bedroom.
Okay, but I feel like we should bring it back and talk about the best recipe of 2019. That's God
Do we
milk.
have to? Because that
God milk.
It's Mayan milk. My dude.
I feel
God
so
milk.
For sure.
Let's go with God milk.
Oh,
I like God milk for our pick.
Anybody who says that is
Listen, God
wrong,
milk-
go fuck yourself.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with God milk because
I
like
like God's milk.
that thread has been up for like 2 days and I still think there's only 5.
How many flavors is it, Colt?
Buy God milk.
5.
How about Boss? We
5
showed
flavors,
4 years ago?
all TFA, all the time.
It's genius. It was fucking genius the way he did it.
The best thing
Yes.
that your dumb mouth will ever taste.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Except for
It's
Arby's.
true.
Do you know how to say subtlety? Absolutely fucking not. That's why God milk's
Nope.
the best goddamn
Who
recipe
the
of
fuck needs
2018.
subtlety when God milk's there to shove its dick in your mouth?
Buy God milk in 2019. That's a thing that you need to do.
All right, that's my send out. I'm actually heading out.
Don't.
Beef and cheddar.
Good night.
Really dirty.
We eating beef and cheddars. We sending the year off right.
Beef and cheddar. Beef and cheddar.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Up there on the
All right.
there,
I love you, Kyle.
I love
Good
you
night,
guys, too.
everyone.
huh?
Tell me about
night.
Atlas sometime.
We'll fucking see you
It's
guys
fucking terrible.
next week.
Okay. I'd want deets, but okay. I'm good with
But
that.
that.
My God.
Bye, God milk.
Did we turn it off? We're done?
No, not yet.
Everyone's just gotta watch you devour that.
Okay. Well, none of you guys are on fucking mine, so go fuck me, guys.
Oh, my favorite thing about Arby's is how they just gave up at a certain point and their advertising became an angry man screaming about
Who cares, dude? The best advertising they get is that Twitter account.